Hi, just a quick hobby update really. So I've been working on some more units or regiments for the American Civil War epic battles. These are some of the Union troops, finished and based. If you're looking to how I do this, I'm not particularly going to do a painting tutorial. I'm not sure that I'm that good, but I'm quite pleased how these have come out. I actually followed Stuart from Miniature Realms. If you go to Miniature Realms on YouTube, you'll find his painting tutorial on this, and I followed that. I've changed it a little bit, but it's pretty much in line. It's all using contrast paints from Citadel. I think it's a really nice result. When they're on the table, they look really good. Nice different variations in colour. Just mixed up some of the bedrolls just to give it a little bit, because the Union obviously a bit more uniform around the blues. So a bit of colour variation on the bedrolls helps to pick out certain guys, and the drum, etc. And then for Confederates, again, just adding in different trousers and some jackets there, just to represent maybe a little bit more ragtag in terms of the uniform. Although I know that was not always the case. There were regiments of Confederates nicely, smartly dressed at the start of war. So they weren't always kind of militia style, but I just quite like the variation of colours on this on the tabletop. Looks really nice. These are quite simple really. I use this is some that are in process. I've not fully based these yet. I actually went for just all grey on these, just to try and give that variety of uniform. So and I looked through a couple of books, and there were some units that were all grey, had all grey uniforms. I've got a couple that are all butternut as well, but I'm still mixing it up on the bedrolls just to give it a bit of coloration in there. In terms of basing, I'm using Vallejo earth texture, so just use that on the bases. That's just got that at the moment. Put a bit of a wash, dark wash on it. Bit of a creamy kind of dry brush just to highlight it back up again, and then I just use this Battlefield grass green, just a bit of PVA, sprinkle that on, and a couple of tufts, a couple of 2mm tufts, which I've got. You can buy these on eBay or anywhere, or from different manufacturers, and I think the overall result looks pretty cool. These are some of the Union, just to show. What I tend to do as well, I use 3 stanza regiments. So what I tend to do is, so you got your commander's base there. I tend to, there's basically with the Warlord sprues, you get 2 types apart from the command one. You get basically guys with the kepis on this side, and this row starts with the guy with a slouch hat. So what I tend to do is, for one stand, have the guy with the slouch hat at the front, and then the kepi ones at the back. They're not all kepis, but they just start on that side, and then I just reverse it on this side, just so you've got the kepi guys on the front and then the back, and then that just makes it a little bit more, when you've got them on the table, just mixed up a little bit more. And again, I try to mix up where the bedrolls and colours go, so again it's not all in the same place at the same time, so you've got a little bit of variety, particularly with the Union, because obviously they're just blues, so you get less variety than perhaps with some of the Confederate uniforms. So again, I try and just mix up where I change those colours up. This is one of the commanders. This is, by the way, this is the process I go through. This is one of the horses I've got ready for dismounted cavalry. So see Zenithal, this is basically a black spray, and then you spray down on top with more of a white. I use more of a light grey colour, bit of white dry brush just to highlight it. And that tends to pick up, then when you finish, you get natural highlighting just from, let's get back in focus. You get natural highlighting coming. So, you know, I haven't done anything really spectacular on this. I mean, anybody can do this. I mean, I've added a few little details to the horse in terms of some colours and things, but that's pretty much out the pot contrast paints really. And at this scale, with the amount of miniatures you've got to paint, I mean, one regiment here is 60 units, 60 models, effectively. It's a lot of painting to do. These are some of the general bases. So this is Grant. So now what I do with these commanders, I put them on round bases. You get square bases in in the packet. But I quite like the round bases that go with it. So you just a bit of variety, so you know they're commanders, and they're going to be just using a larger 60mm base. I think, oh, actually, this is 50 or 60mm, that one. So you can get the three models on there. A few kind of flowery tufts things. Again, the same process. It's the Vallejo Earth, some dark wash. I think that's Agrax Earth Shade. Bit of a creamy highlight, just dry brushed on, and then the grass. And it comes out pretty well. And then for the Confederates, that's Lee, I think. That is Lee. There he is on his white horse. And again, that horse is dead easy to do. So when I did the Zenithal, which I've done on that horse, wherever that horse has gone, there it is. I just then basically used I think it's Apothecary White, which is it's more of a grey. It gives you some grey highlighting, or shadowing, on the horse. Then a bit of a white dry brush over the top, and that came out really nice, just as a kind of grey mare he's riding there. So yeah, so just wanted to show you that bit of progress. I've got another. I think I've got three regiments on the go here. So 2 Confederate and 1 Union. The Union do take longer, I find, just a bit more. There's a bit more time to do these, but I do recommend looking at Stuart from Miniature Realms. He's got some really good stuff on there about painting. I've found him really useful, to be honest. It's really helped my painting and just getting through these. I may do a bit of a video myself, but I mean, to be honest with you, if you're looking at his stuff, it's great, and I've pretty much followed what he does. So yeah, okay guys, hope that was useful. I've got another battle report on the way. Catch you soon. Cheers.